Well, there's a nice base for it to sit on. That doesn't look right. It just doesn't. I don't mind that end. It needs to take a little high spot out of there. Let's see if I can get really brave. No, I made it worse. So I turn it into a football. Looks more like a melon. Okay, I want to see what the holes look like. Yes, they're square when you look straight at them, but when you're looking from the side, it's a bit different. Kind of weird. All right, so the exterior is not too bad. There's a lovely crack in there that I'll have to wait for next week's discussion so that we can learn how I can fix the crack. Okay, now to take the inside out. Rule number 1, always take the sharp pointy thing out. That hurts. So, my lathe, as I keep telling you, and you all know, has a turning head because mine doesn't do that any too well. My head, I mean, not my lathe. So this is something I made, but I mean basically it's the same as the easy tool. You got to start with the flat on the tool rest. Never ever start with the hook on the tool rest because the tool will get ripped out of your hand. So, we're on the flat. We're at negative rake. The tool is going down. And I also tend to hold it slightly on one side. This means that the cutting edge is presented at a shearing angle. So, it's now. So, as you can see, I'm on center line with the tool, but the tool rest is way above center line. Now, let's see which way it's going to stop squealing. No, the tailstock's not in the way. All right, we go down. 750 is my usual. I think there was some vibration in the tool rest there, so we'll try and get this as close to the post as we can, so that all the weight is going down right into the post, not vibrating the rest. Let's see if that makes a difference. Now, can you see the tool? No? That's annoying, because I can see through.
Yeah, but from my place, you're not far enough inside, so I can't see.
Okay. So I had to go to there. noisy little so-and-so, isn't it?
Top view, top view.
And with these things, you've got to watch two sides. You've got to watch where the tool is, but you've also got to watch where that is, because as you're withdrawing it, if it hits the other side of the hole, it's going to jam the tool in even further. I'm now wishing I bought my big one. Oh. All right. Let's go down a little bit more. So I'm right, I should be just about in the middle of the holes. And it's like other work where you don't want to get this too thin before you finish this bit first and then cut past it, because if you get this too thin and then come back to the outside, you'll rip it apart. The nice thing about having the holes in is, well, A, you've got a thickness gauge. You don't need a thickness gauge. And B, all the junk. You don't have to keep on stopping. And my advice to everybody while you're hollowing, don't blow it out with air. Use your vacuum cleaner. Suck it out, because otherwise you're going to blow it all over your shop. And the wife's going to get pissed off with you. Maybe I shouldn't have chosen very old, very dry, hard maple. Yeah, but the thing is, Roy, it's got to sit here, at least. Here's me teaching Roy how to hollow. Ha! Well, we're nice and thin at the top. That's as thin as I want to go. Now we've got to start getting further and further in. The idea of me putting the holes in was so that people could see through. But I'm not sure if we've got a light that is shining down hard enough for the camera to pick it up, because my monitor doesn't work, so I can't see what you guys are seeing. Yeah, it makes for a slightly more difficult cut in the center, definitely. Oh my God, there's still a long way to go. This is a lot harder on the inside, it's a lot harder cutting this with a carbide tip, in other words, scraping it, than it is using a gouge. And I really wish I'd bought her big sister, because this is baby Bertha. I've got big Bertha at home. She's about this long and much heavier. So we all know how to sharpen a carbide, don't we, lads? If you need to. You've got a flat carbide disc, you take your diamond card, you put it on top, and you just rub it backwards and forwards for 5 minutes. Wow. You know, it depends how badly you've polished the edge off the carbide bit, doesn't it? Well done, Butterfingers. So, yeah, now we've got a edge. And one thing with all these vibrations, yeah. The nice thing about the holes inside is there's light getting inside. I can actually see the tool. Let's see if I can. Ah, yeah. This is way easier. And basically, this is hollowing. That's all it is. Annoying repetitions, in and out, in and out, in and out, until you've, and it's an awful long way to go. Oh God. But that's why in the past we haven't given hollowing demos, because quite honestly you can't really see much, can you? I can't see much. No, I like sitting on the lathe far better. Is that showing up on the screen? So we've got a bounce here that's annoying. And basically, that's what it is. It just goes on and on and on until you've finished. And, you know, we're not even halfway down there yet. The top's nice. The top's as thin as I need go. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to finish to about the centre of there. Well, I'm down to below 3/16 up around the lip of this hole, between 3/16 and 1/8 of an inch, and that's what I'd like to do the whole way, which could be exciting round about here. What I'm going to do is finish it off. This tool is definitely not man enough for this material as soon as it gets too far over the tool rest. So like I said, I got a much bigger one at home that I'll just finish it to the center and give you an idea. And I mean, basically, you can't see much, can you? All you can see is the angle at which I'm approaching the work and the way I'm holding onto the tool like grim death. I always try and either keep, if I'm bending over, I keep the tool against my chest. If the tool is outside my chest, I got my forearm on top of the tool, or I'm holding it way back here, one or the other. There's a huge amount of torsion in there. And if it gets hold of it and this thing goes up, it gets trapped in there. Oh, yeah. And that you're going to end up with either a broken tool, a broken nose, or a broken piece. One of them, probably all three. But, well, that's how Terry does it. That's why his lathe is 4 feet off the wall. But that means you have to cut left-handed. Yes, if you approach the lathe from this side. And one thing people, there's no way this tool will work by turning the machine, because if you turn it the other way, the tool's upside down. Apart from that, heavy-duty cutting in reverse, unless you've got really good locking screws on the chuck will start coming undone. Even if it only moves just a little bit, it is now not in contact with the bearing face, and the chuck starts rattling around just a little bit, but it will screw your work up. So, this feels wrong. To all you people, poor people out there who are left-handed, ugh. Now this tool, well, that was the first. I'm getting there, slowly but. Working. one thing to remember while hollowing is never move the tool fast until you've got contact. Because if you approach the edge of the hole too fast and hit, you can get a bounce back. So basically, everything else is just the same as this. This tool is not man enough for this job. I wish I bought Big Bertha, but she's big and heavy. So basically that's the general idea of hollowing. How to present and hold the tool. You don't have to use carbide bits. I mean, on some of the I've taken old chrome moly screwdrivers. I know they're not the greatest cutting steel in the world, but they will take an edge. They won't hold it that long. The tiny little tool, yes, has a smaller contact patch. Therefore, it is more. Yeah, but you know, this is one of the smaller carbide tips that I had, so it's what went onto the tool. Also, I would really like, you know, this is a flat one. I'd like to get the. No, not well, yeah, the one, the cupped. So they've actually got a cutting edge round the outside. But finding the one with the right screw hole and the right this and the right that and the right the other, I mean, it's. Yeah. Yeah. But basically, you know, all hollowing is annoying, repetitious, invisible work. And yeah, you can see some of it now because I made the holes. But otherwise, you know, you're hollowing out a big vase. You're in there for hours. And you can't see to, you know, here it's great. I go, how thick is it, you know? You can't do that from the top. I mean, I got it down to approximately there, about 1/8 of an inch thick. And I will finish that off with a bigger tool because this thing just vibrates far, far, far too much. And I far prefer my lathe. I mean, the one way's a gorgeous lathe, but I've got a wrecked old body. I need to turn the lathe towards me. I mean, that's why I was sitting on it. And with mine, I can turn it at 30 degrees and then just stand here, beautifully comfortable, looking straight. I don't have to twist my neck, I don't have to bend. To finish off the inside, what I do is get a piece of threaded rod and cut up old belt sander belts. Make little squares, drill a hole in the middle, tuck nuts and washers. So now you've got, you know, a little square that you can get inside there, and then you can work it around inside. If you've got an easy tool with the proper tool, and I looked at buying easy tool tips, the screws are different. Also, having now watched Andy Phillip, who used Hope wood turning hollowing tools, I'm seriously considering heating this thing up to red heat and twisting the end, as Phillip does, as Hope does in Hope wood turning tools, so that you automatically have a shear cut. It's automatically put the carbide blade like that, which if you try that inside there, you're going to be eating the handle. You know, if you tried approaching like that, oh no, I wouldn't try it. That's why, you know, you're always negative rake and this, that, the other. Yeah, you can make some wonderful vessels. I mean, Luke's made some gorgeous hollowings. Other people in the club also, you know, not just Luke. But for those of you who haven't tried it, you know, somebody will lend you a tool. Try it, find out. But it's something you just got to be careful with. You know? And how many people here who've hollowed something until the inside met the outside? Which is annoying, especially, well, just one more cut. I get a little pass, yeah. Oh. So, well, then what you do is you cheat like hell, because then you just take the top off and you hollow the bottom out, you know, and then you stick it back. Yeah, right. Green hollowing's fun, except for getting the shavings out, yeah. Because I've done green hollowing, and then, I mean, the biggest thing I hollowed is that high. And I was using that big hollowing system from, what is it, Clark wood turning hollowing system. It has an 1.5 inch steel bar into which you screw a 3/4 inch turning tool. I was 22 inches over the tool rest. It's the biggest piece of wood that I put on my lathe. I now have a very nice wooden umbrella stand. It's fun. It's annoying, but you can make some really gorgeous pieces. You know, and it's a challenge. And yeah, it's just, you know, time consuming. Well, you saw how quickly I turned the outside from a cylinder into a sphere. you know, a drunken sphere. Anyway, I'll take it home, get it back in my lathe, get the big hollowing tool out. Now that this is big enough inside, you know, I can approach the huge tool at an angle, come in, go round the corner and get the hook in there. Because with the big tool, it's 3 times this size. It's huge. But
Could you finish it off in another turning knife, or we can see?
well, it's just more of the same, but a different tool. This is the problem with demo. You know, people say, can we have a demo on hollowing? You can't see anything. That's why I drilled the holes. The only time you can see something, well, or I got a lovely piece at home that is about that high, and it had an inclusion in it from top nearly to the bottom, about that wide. And that was fun hollowing that, because I could see exactly what the hell I was doing. I could see through the split every time it came round. And if you're hollowing something that's got a fault in it, and you need your steady rest, you have to build a running circle for the wheels to run on, because there's a big groove in the thing. So you have to clamp that on, glue it in position, dee-dum, dee-dum, dee-dum. But then you can see, you know, the thing was split all the way up to the top. And it was great watching it, because I could just stand there and watch the tooltip. When you're doing it blind, you know, a lot of people have gone through. But for those people who've got a lathe and haven't tried with hollowing, you know, if you want, you can borrow tools and have a try. It's just a different way, and requires a patient approach. That's what hollowing is, isn't it? Damn it, patience. As much as skill, it's patience, because you just got to keep going in and going in and going in. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna quit. Yeah.
All right, no, thank you. That's very good job, Nigel.